Yo, what's up guys? Back again with another video, and we are going to do a part 2 video today. We'll see how far we get into it, because I have a feeling I'm going to run into some bumps. Either that or I'm going to end up doing something and I'm going to shorten the video somehow, so I'm not giving you guys an ultra long video. So yeah, this is part 2 of the Mini XRT, aka the Butterbolt Rustler. So last time on Dragon Ball Z. So last time I left off with this, I ran into the drive shaft problem. Well, hey, look at that. My GPM drive shaft that I got came in yesterday, so the build should be able to progress. Oh yeah, and some other things came in too. So I think one way I'm going to shorten this video is I'm not going to install the electrics, or at least not the motor and ESC, and I'll do that off camera, and it's no big deal. I can't even run this thing right now because it's not pouring rain outside, but it's wet, and I'm not going to take this brand new car out into the wet today. Its first drive will be on a dry day. So I have a slipper, looks like, but I have the center diff for it instead, which I would much rather have in there than the other. So yeah, let me dump some of these parts out and then we'll get to cracking. Don't really need to dump them out, just need to, what was the other thing that I ended up getting? The front diff. I know I got that. Yeah, so I ended up getting the front diff too, because that was another thing that I didn't have. So yeah, I'll dump this all out and I'll go through it, see what I'm gonna use today. That, definitely that. Not that. Axles, yes. And I'm gonna skip wiring up the receiver too. Bumper, yeah, we'll probably get to that, but that's gonna be one of the later things. And the wheel bar, yeah. Shocks, yeah, we'll probably get to that. And that is the shock tower for the front. We will definitely get to that. I think I got, yep, I did. I got a metal one of these, so I don't have to use that. That is a Hot Racing arms, and we will not need that because that comes on the lid itself. Arms, so. Oh yeah, we'll go over this again. That out. Not yet. Nope, not that one either. So sway bars. I already have sway bars made up. Okay, I guess we're using those ones instead. Arms. Yep, I'll need those. I can go away. We need the pins. That drive shaft can go in a different box because it doesn't fit. And that's that box. We'll put that in there. Battery tray. We'll see if we get to it. Where are the fronts? Do I not have the fronts? Is that the one thing that I'm missing? Front caster box? Or am I using the plastic ones? Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out here quick too. So anyways, let me talk about this for just a quick second. So this is one of the differences between the other family vehicles that belong to the Slash family, as I'll call it. Raptor R and This one here, they share this piece in common, and a couple other things too. The shock tower is roughly the same, and it fits, you know. Like the only difference is like it's a little bit different on top, but it's not that different. It's like the same part as far as I can tell. Yeah, now where the hell are those? I'm missing the other half of these. Where did they go? Get put in the other box. Maybe. I got so many parts everywhere. Why do I not have those? What are they? Caster blocks? Out? Do I just not have any? Oh, I definitely have some right here. Yeah, it looks like I do not have the aluminum ones for this, so that's kind of weird. I guess I'm gonna go get those. Probably not today. You know, this is what I'm doing today. I'm making videos for you all today, but yeah, another one of them things. Yeah, probably go down to the hobby shop and they got them. I have to call first. I don't like showing up and then they not having my parts. I really don't like that. It pisses me off. Because they should have stuff in stock. You know? I don't ever go in there for anything like off the wall. I've asked for off the wall stuff. But many a times, and I get it, right? And then I ask for the real quote unquote off the wall stuff. I mean, like this stuff that it's far beyond the market that they are in and trying to sell to, right? You know, because I am a different type of RC consumer than the average RC consumer. You know, not everybody does what I'm doing right now. You know, and I'm not talking about making YouTube videos. I mean, like outright just building an RC car from you know, bagged parts. It's just not everybody does this. You know, it's one thing to, you know, oh, I'm going to replace this one part in there. It's another thing to source all of the parts and put it together. It really is. Far more different. I am going to have to kill those. And that. And yeah, this thing needs to... How did that up on there? That one don't need to be in there either. That's another slash drive shaft. Okay, I think I am just about set here. Got everything just about peeled. I think I'm about to start putting stuff together. That's definitely going in today. GPM makes such nice parts. They really do. So I'm going to show off GPM's part here for this rustler build. So actually, I'm just going to do it from behind so I can see what I'm showing you guys. All right. So I don't know if the light does this real justice, but right? It's really nice. Really nice. Nicely machined. That's a nice part. And obviously the inside of the tube matches that. You know, it's aluminum. Beautiful. You know, that didn't come through on the camera, I'm sorry. So, yeah, these are great parts. Absolutely wonderful parts. Alright. Where's that rear end? Yeah. My brain hurting a little bit. Oh, come on. You kidding me? Why? Is that not the one? It's because that's not the one. That one works. Yay. What am I doing to myself? Thinking too hard. Alright. Cool. The GPM part here came with an extra set of O-rings so that you can take out the slop in the drive shaft. That is awesome sauce. It's a really big deal. You want to reduce the amount of vibration on your vehicle as much as possible. No joke. That it's not going to kill your car, but it definitely improves things greatly. Yeah, we'll use the blue on this one. Well, it's purple. Honestly, I need to get new stuff because it's just not. This stuff is not near as good as I was hoping it was going to be, and not exactly garbage, but yeah, pretty much garbage. I mean, like, it works, but there's much better products out there, you know. I bought that specifically to use, but also to support my local hobby shop. It's not like they're hurting for money or anything, but yeah, I don't want them to disappear. You know, I like them being down the street so I can go get parts if I want parts. Yeah, I definitely need some different stuff because this stuff is just not very high quality and giving me troubles. Overthinking here. I need that big thing. It's right here. So I got so much. I need to clean off my bench. Is what it is. I got too much going on, and I need to take it back just a like half step so that I can work easier. Tell you what, I got so many of these for some reason. It's probably because I've done stuff like replace drive shafts often enough. Alright. And that's plenty right there. I didn't get any of that in there. That's rude. Yeah, that is just absolutely annoying. It's too thin. It's probably just old as all get out and it needs to just go away, and I need to get new stuff in a small container because I use this stuff, but I don't need an insane amount. Okay, and I put that on, and then I realize, oh yeah, there's a bearing you got to put on there, Dan. Oh, and it's right here. See, I even left it out for myself. I was like, I knew where I left off. All right. Okay. Yep, didn't need to do that either. I already had a bearing in place. I'm doubling up somewhere here. Yep, you're probably counting the number of times that I fail here. How many times is he going to take it apart and put it back together before it goes together? Doing myself a little rough today. So here's a good question. What y'all watch on YouTube? Let me know down in the comments. I'm interested to know. I'm always looking for something else new to check out. Alright, so these hot racing bits for the steering rack here has a fine thread on it, so you got to be kind of ginger with it. Before I do that, let me grease this puppy up and cinch it down so that it can come out of there. Alright, over lubricated. I was not trying to over lubricate, but that happened, that's for sure. Yep. All of that excess is just going to get slung on the inside, and it means I'm going to clean it off later. Oh, basically put one drop too much on there. More like two, because they're still coming up. Yeah, it's still trying to put too much. Yep. Should be more than adequate. It's nice and smooth. So electric. So I have RPM parts where I was able to use them in all of this because I definitely support the use of their parts. I've only ever broken one part of theirs, and it was on my first truck. And I beat the hell out of that first truck. And I still beat the hell out of it. I don't think that there's very many original parts left on it now. Yeah, very little is original on it. It's probably like the pins are still the same. Yeah, just not much. Like I just changed out the internals on here. There's a couple of plastic parts, a couple of the differential housings that are still the same. You know, some of that stuff just, it's going to last like nearly indefinitely. It's just a matter of time on when the plastic gets old more than anything else. And I got Traxxas arms with this, as that's what I was able to get from the hobby shop. Yeah, sometimes I'll buy brand name parts if they're available, but typically I do RPM. And this is kind of like an in-between build. It's like better built, but also kind of budget in some sense, and not budget. You know, over budget. Because I got, you know, Pro-Line shocks for this car, and what is the shock towers are RPM. Typically I do RPM arms. But that's not what I had on hand at the time. And yeah, some of this stuff I had it on hand and I'm using it to use it. So I'm kind of like splitting the difference. That one. I am just running low on so many of these other screws. It's either that or I need to start using regular steel screws instead of, you know, going to the all stainless, which is, I prefer the stainless because they don't rust, or rather it takes a long time for them to rust, because they will rust. It's just, you know, time. Okay, let's build this thing real quick. Yeah, fine threads on this. I'm so sorry, I'm jumping around here today because always many things on my mind. Right here for tightening down the strength of the saver. So I just go until I can see like just a little bit of it, and you'll be able to tell, like, you should be able to move it a little bit. You know, that's what it's supposed to do. You don't want it locked in there unless you want it locked in there. I'm not going to judge if that's how you want it. Some sleeves and some bushings, or rather bushing sleeves and bearings. Pretty much everything's either blue or green on this thing. Just kind of a mismatch, and holes filled with slash parts that I had on hand that transfer over to this chassis. You know, because at the end of the day, 110 is 110. Why is that just spinning? It's either the wrong screw or those threads are not good. It's possible that they were tapped too large. Hot Racing doesn't do that though. They use the same stuff all the time. Yeah, I think it was that screw. Maybe not. That's not getting tight. Weird. There's so yeah, that's not good. It's the wrong size. Oh, why did they give me the wrong size? Oh, man. It's either that or I gotta use some of my own hardware. See if it's any different with a different one from a different batch. See if I can't snag this. That's weird. Oh, the hardware's the weird thing. They gave me weird hardware. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. I think what it is it's like metric versus standard. And I just got like one weird screw and there's like no way you're gonna be able to tell until you're at that point. Oh, rude. Alright, so a couple of bearings. I'm just going to take that right off again. It's so much easier to put this on like that. How about we just really take it all apart again? Order of operation, you know? Sometimes it's much easier to put things on in a certain order just so that you don't have to worry about other problems like what I'm doing right here, you know? If I had to put this on earlier, I would not have had to deal with this. I had 4 bearings, and now I don't. Wow. Oh, I put it in here. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm gonna put this front end on here after I get the the steering links in place. Boy, do I even have those shoulder bolts? I might have to stop at that, because I don't have those I don't know if I have those shoulder bolts for these right here. Well, I don't have those. I won't be able to finish this until I get them. So, yeah. Should probably figure that out real quick. See if I have them. Because if I don't, I'm going to go to the store. That is a negative, Ghost Rider. I do not have the shoulder bolts in my box. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I got him. I only need 4. Bear with me as I rummage a little bit. Just kind of give myself a refresh for like, what else is in here that I might need? I got wheel hexes and everything. But, yeah. Alright. So, crisis averted. And happy to have found 3642X, right? Shoulder screws, Ultra Shocks, 3x12 hex drive, quantity 6. Yeah. Here, we'll put that in there for later, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I put that in there. Okay, so here's another silly thing. So these little puppies here are different on a couple of different cars. So whatever the book says, order that. Don't think that it's gonna fit just because it's off a slash, because they look the same, but they're not. They hold different bearings. Like this will drop in there. But the thing is I'm going to put in a axle that will replace that bearing. At least I think I am. Yeah, almost ready to do that. But not until I put these together. You know, fun stuff, you know. I wish I could, like, play my music while I'm working here and being, on like this, you know. It's too bad copyright, or rather, it's not copyright laws that are so much the problem. It's YouTube not wanting to, you know, make anybody angry or whatnot. You know, all the music that I have, that I purchased, you know, and I should be able to freely use it as I want. You know, well, within reason, you know, like for right now, if I'm just using it to listen to, it's not like I'm trying to have whatever band I'm listening to be the entertainment. You know, that's not why y'all are here. You know, it's more like the music is for me to listen to, and that's it, and to enjoy. And that would be the same thing, you know. I'm not trying to put it out there for free. I'm not trying to steal anybody's intellectual property. Just trying to listen to some music while I do some things here. A little tight. I don't want it to be floppy, but I don't want it to be sticky either. Should be nice and smooth. Yeah, there we go. Well, these are RPM carriers that I have on here. And I totally put that on upside down. I was like, what did I do here? What's going on here? Yeah, me and my dyslexia. It's a battle. It really is. You know, I'm like, hey, I got both of the left parts in my hand and it only goes together one way. No, it can go together two ways. Wrong and right, or upside down, or backwards. Inside or outside. And I had it facing inboard instead of outboard. See, there's other words for that shit too. I think axles coming up here pretty quick. I think I put that in on the wrong side. Let's fix that. Oh, of course, I made another error already. Anybody else catch it? Yeah, you guys will be like, oh yeah, that's right. He even talked about it in this video too. Anybody know why I'm putting these hinge pins facing the other direction? All right, time's up. Answer is vibration, plain and simple. If these things are going to vibrate out, first I have to overcome the fitment and the spline on the fastener itself, and then vibration after the fact. So vibration is what I'm focusing on with this example, and it has to vibrate forwards, and if the car is moving forwards, it now has to overcome that also. So there you are. All right, and the other mistake that I made. Anybody see it? It's sitting out. It's the shock tower. So that's another discrepancy. So you have to use a specific shock tower because of how the lid to the truck is. It's one of those things that it goes with a couple different trucks. Raptor R, same, and the where did they go? One, no, that's not it. Two. Okay. Yeah, Raptor R and the Rustler both have the same thing. But 2 screws, no big deal, and it's done. Can't remember if it's the 73s or the other ones that are on here for the front. So there's one set that's longer, just by a little bit out of the 6 that go onto the truck. Plastic, and another wrench I'm never going to use. Okay, so for the camber, it's the 73s, and then must be these 87s. Well, I sure hope so. If not, I'll be looking through my other package of links. Or my other bag of links. Because I got a bag of links kicking around. It will likely have something that will work. But pretty sure it's these ones. Paper, plastic, and wrench I'll never use. Okay. Yeah, wet outside here in Washington. Yeah, every car I hear go by, it's just like An ocean wave crashing on the beach. Oh yeah, 87 is the ticket. I need one more of them because I threw it in there with all the rest because I was being impatient. Yeah, so far so good. What the hell is that? Is that? Oh, it's the other side. That's so weird. Yeah, very, very strange. So this one is like a super tight fit, and then this other one is not. Oh, maybe it's just that end. Nope, it was just that end. So one of these ends is slightly larger than the other. The little pillow ball or whatever they call it. It's actually a spherical bearing, but it's been simplified to a regular spherical bearing, or rather a larger one. But does the same thing. Alright. Looking good, looking fresh. And yeah, where are they? Oh, it's those, and I don't have any more. I guess I'm gonna be using them instead. It's probably too much, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I need them 12 mils. I just don't have any. We need to go down the street, and that's not my tweezers. Where did they run off to? That's alright. They're around here somewhere. I'll find them later. Probably got pushed into a box or something. Yeehaw, big miss. Not that one. Yeah, that's too long. That might, we'll see. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's like a 12. 12 mil length. Yeah, like that's just barely enough. It works. Sorry, I was eyeballing it to see if I put it in the correct spot. You know, I'm not doing this with a manual open like I should be. Yep, stuff's falling out because I'm moving it around a whole bunch. It's alright. This thing's about to have the front end go on as soon as I get these axles put in, and then the other set of arms. So let's get that down. Another set of 12 mil hexes that I'm not going to use, because I'm going to use these extensions and put some other wheels on it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Whoa, wait a minute. If I can use the 12 mil, or no, the 17 mil hex with these, if these come with the 17 mil hex, I can use it on that and it'll be go just the way I like it. It is extra wide, you know. Or is that what she says? I like it extra wide. Alright. Green axles. Well, green rubber on the axles. Yep, that's all the goodies for doing the axles. I'll put that in a pile over here. And yeah. Another one of these wrenches. I don't know how many I have now. I need to recycle them, I think. Because I only ever need to have like 2. Where's the threads on? Oh, there it is. And yes, I do need the bearings. Which I thought I did. I couldn't remember. You know, don't get me wrong, I've read the manual for this car. Because I do that with every one of them that I own. No, that's not long enough. Why is that? Yeah, this is what I get for using these foreign parts. Oh, well, that's helpful to see. The bearing's not seated in there. It's like, should reach. Should reach. The bearing didn't get seated. It's alright. It happens. It's hung up on that. Oh, sure enough it was. Kind of ingenious. No, it does. It's not all the way in there yet. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that was my whole problem right there. Did not have the bearings seated. Now that I have it seated, I can move on with installing the axle. Alright, my bad. So sorry. So sorry. These tiny little pins. Screw pins. Grub screw pins. And that we have a axle installed. Bearing box. Sorry, got to do a little bit of cleanup, and I found my tweezers. They were in the spot where the scissors go. See, that one went in just so easy. Yeah, sometimes it's really easy to get something installed or to remove it. Other times, not so much. Yeah, mechanics' daily trials and tribulations. how hard is it to put back together, or how hard is it to take apart? These are, you know, the struggle's real. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes, yeah, you just got to get a brand new one. Well, replace the whole thing. It's destroyed. And I did not grease those up like I should have. That's all right. I can still do that. Yep. Kind of different that they used a combination of like medium carbon steel and stainless. All I wanted to do is put a little bit of grease in here, and it'll be really helpful. For one, you don't want dissimilar metal corrosion occurring, but you shouldn't get that with steel, but being that they're two different alloys, right, it's likely going to happen. So grease will help reduce some of that. It also helps with friction, so, and vibration, which I already spoke on earlier too. More bearings for the inside here, which I sure hope I have 2 more. Yeah, I'm good. I got plenty. 2. Three. Other one's way in the bottom. 4. Well, I'm gonna have to get back in there in a minute anyways for the other, for the rear. Or wait a minute. Yeah, I just pulled those out. And those are the wrong size. Yep, all of those are the wrong size. That is rude. And I may be out of the bearings I need. Unless it's these ones right here that I'm poking at. Oh yeah, I got plenty of these. And they're just in a different one, chilling at the bottom, hanging out with a different kind of bearing. Yeah, all my bearings are just kind of like thrown in here. Perfect. Yeah, not all bearings are created equal, but some of them look an awful lot alike. Put a shim on here. Actually, more like 2. No. Pin it. And it's a nice snug fit, which is what you want. You don't want it to vibrate. And any slop that's in this is going to come out in your control of the vehicle. So, yeah, you want your front end to be tight. You know, tight in the respect that you don't have any vibration occurring. Yeah, like this side, I think I'm going to throw another one on there. Because I put two, it didn't seem like it was there. You'll be able to tell. It should be a little difficult to put in your pin, but it should not be a task. You know, and I got 3 is too much on this side. Like, don't get me wrong, I could force it, but I'm not going to. All it's going to do is it's either going to ruin the pin, could elongate the home for the pin, or rather the hole for the pin, or it could ruin the spacer. So I'd rather take that than risk ruining the part. So yeah, we'll see if yeah, I want to do this as a wide, because the XRT is really wide in comparison to like an X-Max, as I'm sure we all are aware of. X-Max been out for a minute. Boy, everyone should probably have one now. Kevin Talbot been giving them out like they're fucking candy. You got a contest going on all the time. Yeah, that's Kevin's way of selling his channel. Hey, I give away free shit. I give away big collections of new cars. Tell you what, must be nice to be able to give away that stuff, you know. I'm sure Kev paid his price to get where he is. Alright, so this will give this thing like a 10mm offset, all said and done. Alright, so yeah, almost there for the front end. A couple other little bobs and bits here, and we'll be on to the next bit. Do I really need 283s up front? I probably do. Did I shoot myself on the foot again with this project? Oh, I sure hope not. Nope. Haha, 86. I knew I had another set kicking around here. So I opened up a set I did not need to open up. But that's alright. did I? Remember how I said I have dyslexia? Yeah. So that's why I had 2 of the 73s out instead of 2 of the 83s. Hey, that was that wrench I'm never going to use again. Wunderbar. Well, I could have put that in there. That's a GPM part for one of my other builds. Is that long enough? Yeah, that's a for a slash though, which this is not, but that's okay. Yep, and I do not like that length. I need to go up 1, which should be in here. That looks like it right there. And that looks like it right there also. Oh yeah. Maximum thread engagement. That is what you want. All right, look at that. I think that's a rear or a front end. You know, real close. I'm missing a couple things, like shocks, but I'm not doing that until later, because I'm not going to have you guys suffer with watching me fill the shocks with oil. And yes, I realized I made another mistake, and I thought I had made it earlier too. You gotta go on top, not underneath. I'm like, why is it binding? Why is it binding? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. Yeah. Yep. Being a mechanic can be a lot of fun, but it's also can be a lot of headaches. If you like a challenge, be a mechanic. You will have you will not be in short supply of challenges if you are a mechanic. Okay, let's see how this goes together. Alright. I may need to take off one of these O-rings to make it fit. Let's see. Everything lined up great though. Oh yeah, I'm golden. Alright, now I just need to come up with my screws. What is binding up underneath there? Oh, duh. That's right, it's got a little lippy thing that's got to go underneath it. There we go. Now it's seating. Okay, let's get out some that one. next one. I don't think there's any in here. I could be wrong. It's a little big. That's what she said. Yeah, like 12 millimeters seems to be like a very common size. Both of those are way too long. I'm not going to use those. And we'll use that and that one. Now, once I get one of these in, it'll be much easier to deal with. Okay, everything looking and feeling good. I think I'm gonna have a good looking little rustler here in a minute. I don't know, I think I've been working at this for a while. I'm probably gonna have to start, or rather stop this video and call it part 2 and call it like front end build up or something. I'm not like trying to make super long videos for y'all, you know. Not everybody has that kind of time to sit and watch, you know, a full-on build video. Yeah, I'm at like an hour 15, so I'm gonna cut it and just call that, you know, part 2, the front end. So see you on part 3. Thanks for swinging in.